Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you all don't know, I'm going to tell you I am Trinice L. Jackson. I am a native of New Jersey, born and raised, still here. So I know this is a bonus video because, well, it probably isn't a bonus video because I did say I was going to upload a video on Saturdays. It will be known as Cocktails with Trinice, and we will do story time. Well, I feel like tomorrow my day is going to be super busy because I have to go. Well, I don't have to, but I'm choosing to go to my cycling class, and I have to go to DMV, which I know that can be hours. Although I have an appointment, we all have to have an appointment in this day and time. But in any event, I am going to do my story time today, and I am going to name this story time the time I was locked in a basement. I know that all my Instagram followers have been waiting for this moment because it sounds interesting. It was interesting. So, well, probably not at the time, but in hindsight, yes. So let me just give you a little bit of background, a little bit more background about myself. I am new to YouTube. I am now uploading my personal content. I am not a person who plan things out. I'm kind of spurred a moment. I don't know. Since I started this channel, I may have to start planning things and being a little bit more structural. So, let me just give you some facts about myself. I stumble over my words a whole lot. I have not learned to edit my videos. You may see me doing what I'm doing right now. You may see me switch from subject to subject. I'm going to try to really like focus on one topic at hand, but sometimes I may go off on a tangent and talk about something else. And you guys, if I ever go live on YouTube, you may have to bring me back to earth because I can go on and on and on. As I was saying, you may see me as sometimes a fan of myself. I am going through perimenopause. Like, I'm so happy. I'm not happy about the hot flashes, but I'm happy about the other things that you get rid of during menopause. I am not gonna be having any kids any soon, so that thing can just go bye bye. I don't want to see you again. Anyway, so my topic today is going to be about the time I was locked in a basement purposely. I don't quite remember the year it was. I want to say it was maybe 1998, not beyond 2001 for sure. So there was a guy who I was really into, who I was like in a relationship with. It wasn't someone I was dating. It was someone who I had been with for some years. So those who know me gonna know who I'm talking about. But I'm not gonna call this person by their first name or their government name. I'm gonna give this person the name Johnny. I don't know. I just picked that name out of the sky. I don't want anybody thinking, oh, she knows somebody named Johnny. No, I'm just actually, I did know someone named Johnny. Actually, a couple, three people actually that comes to mind that I knew who name was Johnny. Again, another thing I want to say is, I think I said in the beginning of this video, I stammer a lot. I stumble over my words a lot. Let me just tell you guys, I am not an idiot. I'm not retarded. I'm not stupid. One of the things, and here I go going off on a tangent. Like, one of the things I said, I want to train myself now and not using those type of adjectives like stupid, retarded, dumb, fool. Not that I call myself that. Not that I even call other people that. But I just want to make it clear to you guys that it's not that I'm just stupid and don't know what to say. It's just that I just stumble over things. Anyhow, I'm going to name this person Johnny. So, going back, I remember I was with this person for many years, and we had a family function. Well, it was really his family function, and it was a dinner. I don't remember what the dinner was for. It was probably somebody's birthday, I believe, and we went to this family function and we had dinner. We had a good time, and I remember that his siblings had a cousin. Now, mind you, he has two siblings who are have they don't have the same dad. So I'm tying this into the story. So the siblings had a cousin, a female cousin. I don't know her name. Let's just call her Tanya. If there's a Tanya out there that I know, please don't be offended. I'm not talking about you. I can't even think who I know. I know a couple Tanyas. You probably know more than a couple Tanyas, but it's not about you. Anyway, I'm just giving these people names because I don't want it to be a problem. But anyway, so let's just say that at this family gathering, towards the end of the night, not for us, but for them, for the siblings, the cousin, and the mom, and maybe another relative was leaving with them. We were saying our goodbyes, not our goodbyes, because I was going to see them later on that night or the next day, because I was going over to the house after the family function. So I think at the time his siblings had to be minors, and that's why they left with his mom and maybe an aunt or the grandmother. I am not completely sure. Some of you all will know who I'm talking about because we follow each other. Because I will for always be their family, whether we're with whether I'm with the person or not. They will always be my family. So I remember at the end of the night. Well, let me say this about myself as well. I am very intuitive. I have a spirit of discernment. It is one of my gifts that God has given me. So, a lot of the times, I know things sort of kinda before they happen. Not every single thing, because I'm not all knowing. I'm not God. But God gives me this feeling. He tells me. He speaks to me. So this particular night, it was a Saturday night. And I remember that they were leaving, and we were saying like, all right, see you guys, see you tomorrow, whatever we were saying. And I remember Johnny, and I said I was gonna call the girl Tanya, right? I think Tanya. So Johnny and Tanya looked at each other when we were all saying, all right, see you later. It was this look. It wasn't a look of lust or where anybody can pick up on it. You kind of had to have a spiritual eye to see it. And actually, at the time, let me just say this: I was not in church at that time. I didn't know anything about the spirit of discernment or anything like that. But because you're born with your gifts, you operate in your gift, even if sometimes when you don't want to. One thing about discernment, the spirit of discernment, you cannot operate outside of that gift because it's just something that's within you. So maybe at the time I didn't know what it was, but anyway, the Tanya and Johnny, they kind of gave them each other a look, like just a glance, but it made me feel very uncomfortable in my spirit. I didn't know what it was. And guys, remember, this young lady to me was his family. And although they're not blood related, they were still to me in my eyes family. But in hindsight, when you think about it, they're not really family. So anyway, so they kind of gave each other this glance, this look, almost like, wait till later. So anyway, they left, and something just did not feel right within my spirit. I was like, something made me feel very uncomfortable. Like, something's not right about this. Something's not right about this. Something's not right about this. But I didn't pay any attention to it. So whatever time we got home, we had a small child with us at the time. So whatever time we got home, we stayed in the lower portion of the house, the basement. It was a finished basement. I don't even know if it was a finished basement then. It may or may not have been, but it was a huge home. The house was huge. Anyway, so I went to sleep or whatever. I don't know what time I got home, but I woke up in the wee hours of the morning. I want to give it a 3 o'clock time. I don't know. Probably around 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I woke up to go to the bathroom, and I noticed that Johnny was not there. So I'm like, okay, well, whatever. Maybe he went upstairs to get something to eat, something to drink, whatever. Don't know. I did hear a TV going on when I went to the bathroom. I heard the TV from upstairs, but I got into bed or whatever and was like probably dozing back off, but not completely dozing back off. And when something just, and within my spirit, was like, where is he? It's been a while. Like, where are you? You got a TV in your bedroom. There's no reason to watch TV upstairs. So I went upstairs to open the basement door, because the basement door led you into the actual house, the foyer, the kitchen, and then just into the actual house. And I couldn't get out, which is odd because I never had that issue of getting out of the basement going into the house ever. So why all of a sudden I could not get out? So I went back downstairs. I don't know if we had cell phones back then. I don't remember. I don't remember calling. So maybe I did not have a cell phone at that time. I don't know. I don't remember. So anyway, I went back downstairs, but something within, again, my spirit was saying, no, something is not right about this. So I went back upstairs and I was knocking and I was calling, Johnny, Johnny, open the door. I know this sounds like a fairy tale or whatever, but it's true. I was like banging on the door saying, Johnny, Johnny, open the door. Johnny, open the door, open the door. And I just kept saying, Johnny, open the door. And Johnny would not open that door, honey. Not ever. So I went back downstairs and I'm like tipped off because at this point now it's starting to make sense to me. The glance, the look, the this, the that. So finally, I was like really at this point ticked off. So now I am not just like, Johnny, open the door. I'm like about to break the door down. Finally, I hear like his mom, his grandma, everybody running downstairs. Finally, because he was not giving up. Whatever he was doing, he was not going to give it up because he was not opening that door for me. So as the mom opened the door for me, I heard footsteps running up the stairs. And then I'm like, what is going on? Like, why would you lock me in? It could have been a fire. I got locked in here and our child is in here. Why would you do such a thing? And he was like, what are you talking about? I was right at the table watching TV. So I see the TV on. Now, if I was a real dummy, I probably would remember, oh, yeah, well, he was watching TV. The TV's on. But again, I'm not stupid. Nothing stupid about me. So he looked at his mom and he said to his mom, Mom, wasn't I watching TV? She didn't say yes or no. She was not going to co-sign his nonsense, but she also was not going to go against her son, which I kind of sort of get. But who I am as a person, if you're wrong, you're wrong. I'm not going to dime my son out, but I am going to let him have it, which I'm pretty sure she probably did. So I remember looking at her and she was like, just like didn't say anything. So whatever, I went back downstairs and he went back downstairs. I can't tell you exactly what happened when he went downstairs because I don't remember. That was so many years ago. So then I remember the next day I was very, very angry, very, very hurt, just like distraught. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm going to keep it real with you all. I was very, very hurt and disturbed by this. So when I finally decided to go home, I went upstairs and I remember his grandmother sitting in the living room. And when I came out of the basement, finally to get ready to take my child home, I looked in the living room and there was a makeshift bed. Well, it was a blanket laid out, a pillow from the couch. Just, it was kind of messy. It was kind of messy. It wasn't like somebody just said, let me lay a baby down here and let them go to sleep while I'm sitting here. It was somebody getting busy, okay? So that next day I left and his grandma was like, oh, he really loves you, like don't be upset, you know, man, this, that, and the other. I just was like so distraught and hurt. Like I could not believe. I dealt with a lot in that relationship, and as my story times go on, probably before the new year is out, I'll let you guys know that the things that I went through and things that may have caused me to go through certain things and or things that I may have done. I am not a complete, well, I was an angel, but there's certain things that lead to certain things. So anyway, so I left, and of course, how men are, they try to come back, and I can't say that he came back and tried to give me flowers or candies or none of that stuff. Ain't none of those Betty Wright stuff. No, he didn't do all that. But I do remember that he was just sort of sorrowful, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, I remember speaking with his sisters, who I am very, very close to with this day. And mind you, this is their first cousin. Like, this is their dad's niece. And they told me, they was like, if we don't want her here, then say the word. I just, one of the things that they kept saying was that, oh, well, not them, but him. Oh, that's my cousin. That's my cousin. You know how these fake cousins are. When I say fake cousins, guys who try to pretend like women are their cousins, and they may be their cousins through marriage, but there's no blood ties. So, you know what I'm saying? Anything can go down. Can't nobody say nothing about anything. We can say things, but they are really not related. So what can we really say? Anywho, so I don't remember exactly how that situation ended. I mean, I know how it ended. Like we eventually, of course, was back together, but it took some time to trust again. And I remember I did not see that young lady again until a wedding, a family's wedding. And the first time she saw me, she did not. And let me just say this: when I had my kids, I gained a whole lot of weight, a whole lot, honey, a lot. So the first time that I did see her, and I didn't know I was going to see her because I probably completely forgot about her. At this point, I was in church. I was not thinking about none of those things that kept me held, bound, and and stagnated and in bondage. Like those things were like released. And so then when I seen her the first time, she just kind of walked past me because everybody was like, oh my God, you look so beautiful. Oh my God, you lost so much weight. And I had lost, I'm going to be honest with you, like over 70 pounds. So I looked like a completely different person. In fact, around that time, I was able to fit in my prom dress again. So she had nothing to say to me until my in-laws or whomever, I shouldn't have said that, but anyway, however, you guys are not stupid, you know what I'm talking about. No offense to your cousin, but I'm just telling my story. This is my journey. This is my story. I'm never going to stop telling my story. I'm never going to live my life according to anybody else's way of life or anybody's way of thinking. I'm always going to be truthful. I'm always going to be honest and transparent. And let me just tell you, YouTube people, that I always tell my followers on Instagram, I am not an open book, but I am very transparent. There are people that probably say I'm telling too much, but I know the journey that I'm on. I cannot lie about anything. I'm not going to hold things back. There's certain things I am not going to tell that I feel that I need to keep to myself. But there are things that I might be able to help others get through whatever struggle they're going through. So I'm going to be truthful and honest. So as I was saying, the next time I saw her was at a wedding, and everybody was just complimenting. She had complimented me. She had nothing to say. She just walked by me. So the next wedding was maybe 2 years later. I had gained some of my weight back, and now she wanted to hold a whole conversation with the person I was with, in his face, talking about this, talking about that, looking at me like, girl, bye, bye, bye. Anyway, that is my story time. If you guys have any questions about what I went through at that time, that moment in time, just ask me. I may or may not tell you. If you have direct questions about this, I will more than likely answer it. So my point is, guys, know, and guys and women, when I say guys, is usually universally, I'm talking about men and women. Know your worth. Know that God has made you to be more than a conqueror. You do not have to go through anything that you don't want to. Anything that makes you feel uncomfortable in your spirit, in your soul, in your heart, you need to move away from that. And um, I'll have more about that within my spiritual messages, but this was just my story time. I figured let me tell this story on Friday because I know I'm going to be super, super busy tomorrow. I have my cycling class. As I said in the beginning of this video, I have to go to DMV. I have work to do. Like, I am just super, super busy. I'm a super, super woman. I mean, well, I am a super woman. I was going to say super, super busy woman, but I am a super woman as well. Anyway, guys, follow me. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the like bell if you like the content. If you don't like the content, then don't hit the like bell, because that means that you're being truthful. I don't want anybody hitting a like bell if you don't like what I'm saying, because you have to stay true to yourself, not true to me. Stay true to yourself always and forever. Hit the notification bell, because I said before, I will be uploading content at least once a week, and it is my intention to do so. If I ever fall behind, I will get on here and let you guys know that I'm a little bit busy. I cannot upload this week, or whatever day I may have promised you, or I will try not to make any promises that I cannot keep. But anyway, stay in touch with me, guys. Remember, you can leave comments if you have questions about that situation. I'm sure I have a million more story times to tell. I know my cousins and my family members and good close friends are probably saying, this girl can remember this, but can't remember what happened last week. That's just how it is. Certain things that happen in your life that affected you in a certain way, you're not going to forget. But anyway, until later, guys, enjoy your weekend. Just keep peace and love in your heart. And I promise you, I can't promise you anything, but I will tell you that your days will be a little bit better. I'm not saying that they're going to be completely the best days of your life. There are things we're going to go through in this life just because we are who we are. We're in the flesh. But just know that I'm here if you need someone to speak to. I can help you. Trust me and believe me, I can. Anyway, until next time, have a great weekend.